What's good, y'all? It's your boy, CY, as you already know. If you don't know, I played in the AFL for a long time. Yeah, a long time. And now the AFL is back. So, being that they're back and making announcements, me personally, I'm going to give my top 5 teams I want to see come back to the AFL. Now, don't get it twisted, confused, or misconstrued. These teams are probably not coming back yet. They might. I'm not 110% sure. I mean, I am a little bit more in the know than the usual. But for me, these are the teams that I would like to see come back at least in 2024. One being the Spokane Shock. Being that Spokane had probably one of the best fan bases in arena football. 2, the Cleveland Gladiators. Now, just because I played for Cleveland and went to the Arena Bowl that year, I'm not trying to be biased, but they also had an amazing, amazing fan base. 3 would be the Columbus Destroyers, also being that it would be a rivalry between Ohio teams. There's a few others, and I know that the AFL is now back and you have some smaller markets that are coming in along with the bigger markets, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's coming back for sure. And that's the thing about it. So even though a lot of the owners in other leagues have issues and egos and stuff like that, and I would love to see all of these leagues, these arena leagues and teams merge, probably won't happen. Some have already made the jump. Orlando's already back. But my other team would be the Philadelphia Soul. Now, they had one of the strongest, if not the strongest ownership group next to the San Jose SaberCats. So that would be another one. Honestly, Chicago Rush, I think they would be back. And I think that they would have a great market also, and they have an amazing fan base. Now, a team that has not been back in a long time, but I think would have a very, very, very good fan base. And the last one I'm going to say for right now, because I'm going to give some others on my next update, is St. Louis. I think they would be great too. Today, the Nashville Cats were announced, and they're also going to be led by Jeff Fisher, ex-Tennessee Titans head coach, which is amazing. That's amazing for the market. That's amazing for the league. As of now, we already know with the Salem, Oregon team, the Oregon Black Bears, they have ownership with Kayvon Thibodeau, who is a star defensive end for the New York Football Giants in the NFL. A lot is on the way with the AFL, and I think it's going to be amazing. Now, me personally, I'm last of a dying breed. I was one of the last Iron Men to play the game. I also helped create and produce a film called 50 Yard Dash, which basically gave the insight on my life and some lives of the AFL players. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm going to continue this series with a lot going on. So hopefully I can bring it back bigger and better, because this was technically done with zero money. But looking to bring a lot more in, a lot more production, a lot more social media, a lot more love. Man, do not hate, just congratulate. But no, hashtag, the AFL is back. I'll see y'all soon.
What's it gonna be like playing Alvin Ray? You know what? It's really gonna be fun because we've been doing this for so long. But at the end of the day, we really know that it's gonna be one or the other that's gonna get this ring.
I want my ring. I need one of those Arena Bowl rings.
I'm not gonna allow it. I can't allow it.
Yeah, it's a game I'm waiting for.
Sharks going for their first win of the season on the road where they won the American Conference title last year. You're watching Arena Football, Monday night from Philadelphia.
What is arena football? It's the 50-yard field enclosed in walls and 8 men on both sides of the ball. Offenses putting up 70 points and defenses cracking receivers over the boards. A striped ball skipping off live rebound nets and players scraping by at different chapters in their football lives. From future NFL prospects to veterans grinding for the love of the game. It's fans on the field after the clock expires and big-name owners, from immortal NFL legends to bona fide rock stars. It's once fostering a 25-team minor league and now a budding Chinese league. A docu-series and major TV deals and national broadcasts and 6 video games and 30 years running. The war on the floor is still kicking. But in 2008, the AFL hit a wall of its own. The owners voted to suspend the 2009 season while the AFL's minor league, the AF2, continued playing. This is where we meet Christian Wise and Alvin Ray Jackson, then teammates at the beginning of their careers on AF2's South Georgia Wildcats. Their winding path to the arena game mirroring many of the thousands who have taken to the 50-yard turf.
Hometown, Los Angeles, California, born in New York, bi-coastal, grew up in the entertainment industry. I grew up a showbiz kid. My outlet was football. And now, even still to this day, I started at 7 and I'm still playing. I'm 30 years old. Played in high school, won a state championship when I played. Everybody has a story, and mine had a lot of pitfalls, going through numerous junior colleges from Los Angeles to Arizona and back, and then ending up somehow in Atlanta. Decided that it really wasn't for me. I was going back to acting. Fell upon an open tryout in Albany, Georgia in the AF2. I had no idea how I ended up in the sticks of Georgia coming from Los Angeles. I ended up playing there my rookie year where I met Ray Jackson. I met Alvin Ray.
Well, in high school, I played quarterback, actually. I like to think I was the best quarterback in our area at the time. I had some offers in some of the biggest schools that were offering me, but unfortunately, I didn't get my grades. I ended up going to junior college to play quarterback. From junior college, I went to Jacksonville State. I was there this semester, but then my uncle died of cancer. Kind of raised by an older grandmother that, kind of let me be a man and let me learn the bumps and bruises on my own. And me being mature, I left school. Then I ended up a year later at Albany State. I went to an all-star game and I did very well. I had a couple, I raised my eyebrows on the NFL teams. My agent was trying to get me a look from the 49ers, and somehow through that, South Georgia coaches want you to come for a tryout. But the night before, me and a couple friends, we went out. We went out to this club and I got plastered. I forgot all about the workout. And by the time I got there, they were running 40s. And I had to stretch real fast. And I ran 4.43. And they was like, you don't got to do nothing else. Don't worry about nothing else. We seen your film, don't worry about nothing else. And that's how I ended up at South Georgia.
The opening kickoff is just moments away. It's arena football, and we'll be back.
Despite the Super Bowl era NFL existing for 50 years and the AFL going on 30 years, the two leagues never legally connected. Legends like Kurt Warner went from playing in the Arena Bowl to earning Super Bowl MVP honors in the span of 2 seasons. Still, the AFL has lived in more of a niche as a spring pro football league with a loyal fan base.
I didn't look at it as a minor league. I didn't look at it as, I just knew it was football.
It's not the NFL, so it's football. You get to play more football in more positions and do more things and have more fun. It's fast. You're not sitting there waiting. And that was the fun about it. Because, even taking it back to being a kid, it's kind of like how you would do on the playground, it's in the schoolyard.
I wanted to play football. I feel I blew a chance at the NFL, getting in the NFL, and that I could make it right from doing that. And it was an opportunity to play football, and I didn't know how long I was gonna be in it. I didn't know my plan coming into it was I'm just doing this to get back to the NFL. It was just like I just want to play football, and whatever happens after that, it just happens.
The 2008 season was the first of many times Wise and Jackson would cross over on AFL squads, joining up as teammates on 4 different teams in the last 8 seasons.
4 times in different cities. It's crazy. He's definitely my brother. Got the utmost love for him.
Oh man, me and C. Wise go way back. And I never forget when I first met C. Wise. C. Wise was the type of dude, we didn't supposed to be tackling, he hitting. But, that made me think like, hey, this, you gotta do whatever you can to get noticed to get on the field.
Alvin Ray is definitely someone who's gonna get you ready to play. Like his mouth alone.
C. Wise always been a hothead. I don't care. I'm saying it. But nah, he's a good dude. He's just a competitor.
Big shit talker. I mean, it's just all I can really say. He's just a mouth. He has a mouth on him, you know.
You know how to tone down a little bit now, but yeah. It's with me is mind games.
When he said he's gonna talk, he's gonna let you know, man. Let's go. We gonna make this plays. You know what I mean? Like, come on, C-Wise.
I like to play angry, and I have to pick something out that makes me angry so that it takes me to a higher level. So yeah, I would say I'm a real big shit talker.
He's funny, for real. But it's even more funny when he's your teammate, though.
The 4 seasons as teammates have come amidst long journeys for both players. Jackson has been on 7 teams in his 10-year career, while Wise has played for 8 in his 9 seasons, spread dramatically across the country.
South Georgia, Albany, Bossier Shreveport Battle Wing, Kansas City Command, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, to Spokane, to now the Philadelphia Soul.
South Georgia, Fort Wayne, Albany, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, back to New Orleans, Cleveland, and Jacksonville.
It's a crazy journey. Having a daughter now. We didn't have kids then. We both have a little girl. It's definitely taxing physically as far as constantly being on the move every 6 months in a new city for that many years. Because it's literally every 6 months I'm in a new city. That's kind of how the grind has been. And now being that I have a child and a family, it's a lot harder. And, you know, even just having the heart to want to do this and even be away from my child right now, it's hard for me.
It affects you. I kind of think it affect me from having children a little bit because, you know, the responsibility you know is, you know, like I have a daughter now, and you know, sometimes you, hey man, you know, my little girl over here, and so yeah, it does affect you a little bit.
I would say the main issue is not knowing if I'm gonna have something to leave for my child. Retirement, for, you know, or just in general as far as after football. You know, that concerns me a lot. I had a teammate and a good friend of mine break his neck last year, Marquis White.
As it appeared, Marquis White's helmet ran in to the padded side board because this is an emotional moment. All these players know that they're at risk on every play. The AFL certainly considers itself one big family, and this is a time when nobody likes to see this happen.
And that was kind of tough, you know, even seeing that and knowing that he has kids and has to, you know, put that together. It makes you think. Yeah, it makes you think. I mean, it made me think a lot about coming out here, even having to leave my child. It makes you think that if you really, you know, put our lives on the line and we do this, they don't care. They really don't. And we as players have to really figure out a way to survive and protect ourselves in every aspect of, you know, in every way.
I feel like playing football, you know, you can always get injured. And what if you're making millions? I don't care about no bills. I'm a paraplegic. Football is never worth the risk. It's just that, you know, if you want to do it or not.
Point in time I was getting, you know, inactive check, $95. And that's just the truth. You get a $200 check at a time and it was like, man, you thinking, damn, how am I going to survive? And even, you know, fighting for a check that's barely under $1,000 now is still trying to figure out how you're going to survive.
I put it like this. If I can make the same thing at home doing something that I don't want to do, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Man, I've seen guys as far as work at Starbucks, work at Walmart on their, you know, on their free time.
I had my daughter, and a lot of the money I have is for her. She's in Mississippi, and she's been to a couple of my games. She knows football. She watches on TV, and everything that comes on TV that got football, she says, that's daddy. And I'd be like, no, I'm right here with you. I'm not on TV. She's like, no, you football. That's her.
The love of the game. Being able to play a kid's game still after all these years. That is what is, you know, what makes me want to still do this.
I love the camaraderie. You know, that's one thing. Competing, the friendships that I made. I love the sport. And that's what drives me as a brotherhood. It's the closest you get. And when you're done with this and you go in the real world, not me, a lot of people go to work, come home. Go to work, come home. I think I'd rather do something I love than go do somewhere with people I don't care too much for and something that I don't love.
My drive, my passion, everything is for me to try to get to the NFL. I've never had a look, never had a workout, never had a call. I mean, I'm still doing this because I want to reach the apex of playing the NFL.
Basically, this is my NFL. My last year in college, my senior year, I was 24. So my first year in the AF2, I was 26. I didn't play at 27. And so my initial goal was to play the game, and hopefully those NFL teams notice, when I sent my film and all that, and hopefully I can get back there. But at the time, the AFL was the next best thing. So my focus went to the AFL.
And I can't wait to just, I can't wait to go up against Ray. You know what? It's really gonna be fun because we've been doing this for so long. But at the end of the day, we really know that it's gonna be one or the other that's gonna get this ring.
Where I'm at right now, that's one of the reasons that I'm still in this league is I want my real ring. I want my ring. I need one of those Arena Bowl rings.
In my mind's eye and, my heart, it's not gonna be Ray. Because I'm not gonna allow it. I can't allow it. I gotta get a ring. I have to finish my career with a ring.
See, Wise and everybody else know I'm gonna be the best at what I do.
I mean, me and him always go out. We'll talk, shoot the breeze, but it's all business on the field. It's definitely no love in between the lines, only outside the walls.
Monday night Arena Football from Philly. Runabout from the 21 over the middle, McDaniel. Brady off to a hot start, 7 of 9. Wide open touchdown, Darius Reynolds. And Highland off to the races. David Highland crosses midfield.
Alvin Ray Jackson, who gets a little piece of that. Wow. Look at the concentration.
Cross ball loose. Philly says they got it. And the Sharks back in front. London Crawford's loose.
That penalty will be set after the kickoff.
I'll tell you what, it's been good for the Sharks getting Alvin Ray back in the lineup. Alvin Ray Jackson.
Grady going deep. He's got Hills. One-handed touchdown catch. Jacksonville rolled into Philly, and they steal one with an important win. Final score, Jacksonville 59-41.
Part of this with this game now is I play it to network too. I want to take it to a different level. I want to be in the front office, and hopefully I can one day be a player personnel and GM in this league and move on up to, get to the NFL that way. I want to be in the front office somewhere, so that's my goal.
If I'm not playing ball in the next 5 years still, which I hopefully am, coaching. For sure. And whether it's this league, whether it's, NFL, CFL, that's definitely the next angle. I do training already with personal training, but coaching and giving back, no question. Giving back to the game.